Hey guys, it's Taylor back with Life with Taylor, and today we are going to be reading the best of Redditor updates. So let's get into it. We're on the struggle bus. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I just tried to do the entire intro. My mic was off. I haven't filmed one of these in a minute, so I had to go in and mess with the settings. I was like, what do I do? Do I have it on auto? Do I set it to manual and do all the custom settings? So I did it. The settings are all fuckered up. The lighting, orange. The autofocus, all fuckered up. The ISO, auto. And I usually don't do auto. It's all fuckered up, so sorry today, chat. I'm filming this on a Sunday. This is going out on a Monday, but this really fits the Monday theme of how Mondays go. So let's just read this shit. I secretly found my husband's wedding ring after he lost it in the Mediterranean. Now I need help surprising him. A few weeks ago, my husband lost his wedding ring in the Mediterranean why is that such a hard, Mediterranean, right? While we were on holiday. We searched everywhere for it, but eventually had to accept it was gone. Ever since, he's been really quiet about it, but I can tell it's hit him hard. He keeps absentmindedly touching the spot where the ring used to be, and every so often he'll say something like, "I can't believe it's gone." Up till now, I didn't realize he has that attached to it. So secretly, after we got home, I tracked down a local metal detector guy from the area and asked if there was a chance he could try looking for it. I told him I'll pay whatever he wanted. This man spent 2 days searching the sea for the ring, and somehow, unbelievably, he found it. My husband has absolutely no idea we have it back, and I'm trying to think of the most meaningful, emotional, unforgettable way to get it back to him. We've been together for 9 years and married for 3, and I already know this is gonna make him cry. Reddit, please help me make this moment special. P.S. He hates crowds and attention. One of the top comments says, I lost my ring at a concert I went to with my buddies while waving my hands around, and the singer of the band asked everyone to stop and check around their feet for the ring. Shockingly, someone yelled out, "Here it is," and I got it back almost immediately. I'm also very attached to my ratty old ring and would be very devastated to lose it. Another commenter said you should propose to him with it. I think, yeah, like proposing to him would be fun, or to do it in some way where he like doesn't notice it at first and then he's like, oh my god. But let's see the update. Hello, my lovelies. I have an update for you. My husband doesn't like pictures, so I've tried to keep this as descriptive as possible. The ring arrived in the post yesterday evening and I was ridiculously excited. My husband had absolutely no clue what was in the package. Since it had a Spanish postage stamp on it, he assumed I'd bought something unvented and thought nothing more of it. We got our takeaway for dinner, currently our version of a fancy date night after buying a house 6 months ago and attending a friend's wedding in the Mediterranean. We were just about to tuck into our Thai food on the sofa. My husband was in a bit of a grumpy mood. Nothing serious, just one of those days. I'd asked if he'd like me to pour us some cola while he picked something to watch on Netflix. I went to the kitchen to get our drinks back and sat down beside him, and as casually as I could manage, held up the ring and said, "So, do you want to put your wedding ring on?" His face immediately looked like he was about to say, "Please stop bringing up the ring." He was still browsing on Netflix, but then he looked over and saw instant silence. His jaw dropped silently as he wrinkled his forehead. He just stared at it and felt what? Whoa, hi there, stroke. He just stared at it for what felt like forever. I asked if he was okay. He took the ring, checked the engraving, inspected every little detail, and once he realized it was actually his ring, he pulled me into such a tight hug that we both fell backwards onto the couch. My husband usually doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve, but he couldn't stop smiling for the rest of the evening. He kept looking at the ring and turning it over in his hands. Later, he told me he'd finally made peace with losing it. He'd convinced himself it was gone forever and was probably pirate treasure by now. He said seeing it again was like seeing a ghost, and he was genuinely in shock. I then asked if he was happy and whether he was still willing to remain married to me. He laughed and said, "If you're willing to fight the seas just to make me happy, then of course I would." That absolutely melted me. Even though he has his crazy moments, as husbands generally do, this is genuinely the kindest, most understanding man I've ever known, and he deserves the world. Thank you to everyone who gave me suggestions and shared in this little adventure. And a massive thank you to the incredible metal detector man who somehow managed to find a wedding ring in the Mediterranean Sea when all hope seemed lost. My husband has his ring back and we couldn't be happier. That's crazy. After 2 days in the Mediterranean Sea. Bro has got skills. I'm interested in like how much she paid for him to find it. But I think that was like the best update story I've ever read. That was damn. Yeah, people are just sharing their stories in the comments, but I think that was just beautiful. But let's move on to the next one. Before we get back into the video, I've got an announcement. Drumroll, please. My new summer collection of jewelry has just dropped. I handpicked and handmade every piece of jewelry, and might possibly be some of my favorites I've ever made. So if you're in the market for some summery themed earrings that can go with any outfit or be a nice accessory for a beach day, go to thefancycactus.com or click the first link in the description. Let's get back to the video. My 29 male, wife 27 female, met a man on holiday. Doesn't acknowledge my feelings about it. Let's see. So my wife and I had planned to visit a mutual friend in a different country. I booked time off work based on the time my wife had booked off for work. However, right before we left, she found out that her work had booked additional days and couldn't undo it. So I looked into getting that time off too, but I couldn't swing it. Then it transpired that her work then told her they could revert it, but she wanted to spend the extra 2 days on a holiday with our friend. I thought this on its own was kind of hurtful as we were planning to do it together. Now I have to travel back by myself while she stayed on, but whatever, that's what we did. Hold on. To visit a mutual friend in a different country. I already don't like this. It's hurtful. They can't just have their one-on-one time. Yes, it's a little inconvenient so far, but shit happens. Life is, what's the word? Undeterminable. Life is unpredictable. That's the word. When texting over those 2 days, she said she was with our friend and at a dinner, etc., and pictures of just our friend or the dinner table. And then when she got home, she mentioned that some guy approached her in the street and they talked about life for an hour. And apparently he was a landlord, and since our friend wants to move out of her place, she gave him her number, and then they all met for dinner. Our mutual friend and him apparently did not get on. So my reaction was, WTF. Some stranger comes up to hit on you and your reaction is to talk for an hour, give him your number, and then have dinner with him? I'm so confused. So she gets annoyed saying I knew you'd be like this and this is why I didn't tell you until now. Yeah, it seems like so far this person is the asshole. I don't even know if this is an asshole story, but which is worse in my opinion because she knew it would upset me but just did it anyway and hid it by mentioning other things as she was doing and not this until it was too late for me to say anything. She says it was all innocent and he wasn't like that at all, that he just talked to her because she has the same tattoo as his sister and that she told him she was married. Guys, come on. I know like most adults, like isn't it like 40% have a 4th grade reading level? Let's see, 7th to 8th grade level. And recent studies show that about 54% of adults, roughly 130 million people aged 16 to 74, read below a 6th grade. I wonder what mine is. But herein lies the issue. Friends are trying to trick you, get you on the phone and mind twist you. I blanked out. I don't know. She's always been loyal but super naive with this stuff. But the fact that she knew I wouldn't like it and did all this is so calculated. I really don't like it. I don't like the way this guy is. I don't like this. I don't like this. And apparently she and my friend talked about me and our friend said she didn't think my wife would tell me because I'm the type to get jealous over that. For context, my wife and I are probably about the same level of jealousy, and I know she would not be happy if I did this. But I would forgive her if she apologized, but she won't. The most she'll say is that she's sorry and that she didn't tell me until she got back. But then I said the whole thing was fucked up. Not just that, she got annoyed and started defending her decision not to tell me. So we haven't talked in days now. She seems super annoyed at me for being upset than I am. I don't know where to go from here and I don't want to just accept that she did this and doesn't feel bad about it and may do it again. But she doesn't feel like she did anything wrong, so she won't apologize, and now she's mad at me for being annoyed at her. No idea what to do now. Guys, come on. I say this every video. Let's get some grammar. Like, even if you're typing on a phone, even if you're typing on a computer, it's got that red squiggly line, unless you don't have that set up. Or, hear me out, I don't condone the use of AI, but put it into Google Docs, ask chat to fix the issues. Literally the bare minimum is to do a pre-read, because how am I supposed to understand this if it's literally mumbo jumbo word salad? Yes! Okay, okay, I was worried that I was gonna get this wrong, but I completely misinterpreted all of these comments. They think the wife is the asshole. I don't know, maybe I'm just not understanding. Okay, let's just read the update, I guess. I confronted her about it again after a week of not talking. I'd asked if she had cheated and she laughed as if it was ridiculous to think that. She seemed convinced everything she did was perfectly normal and fine and couldn't understand why I was so upset. I doubled down on how serious it was and how suspicious all of it was, and asked to see her messages with him. She had no objections to it, which was don't know where that came from, which was itself a huge relief. The messages themselves were mostly reassuring, though honestly I'm not completely happy with everything. They had been texting a lot, mostly after the drinks, talking about the big argument he got into with her friend, but what was kind of disheartening seeing all those texts when at the same time she was barely texting me. So there was nothing flirty on her side, but they were both talking about how glad they were that they met and how fun it was. The whole time she'd been saying she had no indication that she was into her, but he was starting messages with baby. The words, they're mixing together. I don't know if it's my brain or the way it's written, but it's not clocking. Let me turn the brightness down. Hold on. I'm gonna highlight it with my cursor here. I freaked out at that. She kept saying it was just how friends talk. I said, obviously not. I would never call a woman friend of mine baby, but she was adamant. And when talking about her friend, he said she was probably just jealous of her, which alone I think is telling. And a lot of messages of him just saying how amazing and everything she is. She wasn't really giving the same back. But the final message was him messaging her again a few 2 days ago, saying, "Hey, sexy lady, how are you?" So I lost my shit at that. She said, yeah, that's why she had stopped texting him. It grossed her out. To be fair, she had stopped texting him and archived the chat. Archive? How do you archive a chat? Whether the chat was archived because she was creeped out or whether she was hiding it from me, I don't know. But she didn't try to hide it from me when I asked to see. Could she have deleted some of the messages before this? I guess she could have, but I'm leaning towards she didn't because she had already archived the chat and seemingly wasn't expecting me to see them and could have just deleted everything. So on one hand, I'm glad she finally stopped when it was too obvious to ignore. But on the other hand, I'm really annoyed that she was acting like this. Like I was insane for saying he was interested in her. Even after all this, she was still annoyed at me for calling her naive when I was obviously right. I mean, she's apparently naive enough to think the guy wasn't a creep in the first place, but aware enough to know that I'd react and hide it. How I'd react and hide it. And got annoyed at me for calling her naive if she genuinely believed he wasn't like that from the start. Also saw his profile photo and he didn't look attractive, which helped, not gonna lie. Yeah, I guess it's all over now. It's still a bit hurtful, even though I don't think anything actually happened. It's depressing as hell knowing that I had to go back to work. She was doing this, and the way she handled the whole thing, I really can't imagine a worse way of treating your spouse. They're married? Oh, fuck, they're married. I need a divorce. I don't know. I'm a little iffy on this because I couldn't really understand a lot of it. Oh wait, we didn't even finish reading. Hold on. Even if she didn't cheat, I really have to question her judgment if she genuinely thought this guy just wanted to be friends, and the decision to just not tell me until she was in front of me and gaslight me about it. I just get a divorce. I don't even know. I mean, she was obviously having text messages that were implying that somebody else had feelings for her, and she kept texting him. If she really didn't like that, should have cut it off. The story was confusing, but let's just move on to the next one. I don't even know what to say because I didn't really comprehend most of that. Last one, am I the asshole for beating my 25 male girlfriend's 24 female, dad 51 male in a hot dog eating contest? This is amazing. Whoa, this is amazing. I'm interested to see what this is about. Throwaway for anonymity. Okay, so the hot dog eating contest happened 6 months ago during the summer, and I had no idea that I did anything wrong. But my girlfriend and I were arguing about something else, and she brought up the contest and said I had acted childishly, and I wanted to know if there was anything else that I had to apologize for. So basically 6 months ago, my girlfriend invited me to a food festival in her hometown. The day I arrived, I learned that there was a hot dog eating contest and the prize would be a $100 gift card to a large tech retail store. That's it? That is it? That's $100 to eat hot dogs after hot dogs after hot dogs? I probably couldn't eat any more. 3 is pushing it. I think 3 would be pushing it. I've never eaten 3 hot dogs in my entire life. But just some people, they eat 60 hot dogs. I'm are you guys fasting the entire year? And then this is the hibernation food? Crazy. Being a casual, competitive eater in college, I decided it would be a fun idea to enter and sign up on a website. When I told my girlfriend's family I had entered the contest, my girlfriend's dad naturedly slapped me on the back and said, "Let the best man win." Apparently my girlfriend's dad had won the hot dog eating contest for the last 4 years and was somewhat expecting to win again. Ooh, 5? I probably would have. If this guy wins, I would have let him win. And then, win the next year. Because 4 is like a weird number. 5 is like half a decade. Wanting the gift card, I decided to give the contest my all. I ate a bunch of hot dogs. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing, but by the time I was done, I'd eaten 16 hot dogs in 5 minutes. See, like, bun and all, 16 hot dogs in 5 minutes. That's in 5 minutes, that's the amount of time it takes to eat one hot dog. Beating my girlfriend's dad, who only ate 12 hot dogs. When I was done, my girlfriend's brother Liam, 14 male, and a bunch of his friends mobbed me, calling me the Dogler, giving me high fives and clapping me on the back. They said I had dethroned the Dogler, pointing to my girlfriend's dad, and that I was the new Dogler, that I was a real glizzied Rizzler or something like that, and that I was just shoving glizzy after glizzy down my gullet. What the fuck? They posed for pictures with me. It was weird, but kind of fun. Later, my girlfriend's dad came up to me, shook my hand, and said I was good competition. He went home to do something in his wood shop, so I hang out with my girlfriend, Liam, and his friends, going around to various food stalls and games. When we all ate dinner that night, the hot dog contest didn't come up at all, except for when Liam kept referring to me as the Dogler and saying that he wanted to make a special Dogler shirt for me. We had a nice breakfast the next morning, no sign that anything was wrong. If I ate 16 hot dogs in 5 minutes, I don't think I would ever eat again. Maybe not for like a week. That's like a whole week's worth of hot dogs. I'm just so flabbergasted. Today, though, my girlfriend brought it up in our argument that her dad was actually really wounded by losing the hot dog eating contest, but didn't say anything to me. I said if I wasn't supposed to enter the contest, then was it really a contest at all? And that she said it was less about the contest, but more about the special Dogler shirt. Liam made his dad a Dogler shirt for the years he won the contest, but I got the Dogler 2024 shirt. She had said that her dad only wanted to win the contest to connect with Liam, and if anything, I should be able to understand the masculine ego. The verdict says not the asshole. I'm gonna go ahead and agree. I'm gonna go ahead, wait, okay, what am I saying? I do not think he's the asshole because she should have explained that to him if and when, I don't even know if the girlfriend was told that he signed up, but that should have been said. And if it was gonna be an issue, it should have been said before he ate 16 hot dogs and won. But here's the update. Okay, as a little update, my girlfriend found this post. She was a little mad at first, but overall, our original argument kind of went away because I put all my clothes in the dryer and luckily I booked 2 consultation appointments. So that part of the argument went away as well. I don't know how that's related to anything we've read. The hot dog thing was just kind of a bonus jab she threw in my face when she found the Dogler shirt in the washer. She doesn't really care about it now. She agreed to stop bringing up stuff from a long time ago and said she accidentally over-exaggerated about how sad her dad was about the contest. So overall, things are nice. She's a little bit surprised and upset about the amount of poster that suggested we break up. Also, I was a little surprised by all the people who called me the asshole just for entering an eating contest. Also, after a lot of asking, I've decided to post a shirt. I smoked a little too much before I fell asleep and forgot to take a shirt out of the dryer before I spent all day running my business. But I remember now, I posted the shirt to Imgur and had to make an account on Imgur for this, so I hope you're happy. Oh, there's a picture. This better not be some sketchy website. Oh, wait, this is so good. This is so good. That is like, I'm so interested to see how they made this. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off that website. I don't know if that's like gonna put me on a list or something. Yeah, I do not think this person's the asshole. I think it was just a little bit of a splurt, you know, a little, like the OP had said, just like an extra jab. But I think that shirt is fun. But yeah, what do you guys think about these stories? And while you're down there commenting, click all the buttons. You know what to do. And I hope you guys have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world viewing this. And peace.